Hello viewers, today I'll be showing you how to add a special feature to your website. Please, if you are new to the channel, subscribe to this channel, like the video and also share it. If you're having any question, drop it on the comment box below. Let's just go straight to the video. Let's create a new project. Let's name it maybe style.html. Delete whatever it is that the application has done previously if you are following me now. So now when you are using HTML, if you are starting a new project, you start with the doc type declaration. Doc type, you set your doc type to HTML. To the next line, HTML again. Now HTML stands for hypertext markup language. To the next line, you declare your open head tag. To the next line, you declare your open title tag. Title, let's title it HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Yeah, this should be our title for now. It's okay, it can serve as a good title for this very project we're about carrying out. Oh, sorry, it should be closed title instead. Remember, it should be closed title. So to your next line, you close your head tag that we opened earlier. To the next line, you declare your open body tag. To the next line, let's just immediately close our body tag so that we won't forget. Let's close the HTML tag. So yeah, this is actually what the basic HTML file is all about. So let's run it and see. Though it's going to be blank, but it's good. Let's just see what we have already. Yeah, a blank page like we expected. So right now, I'll go ahead and explain what we have already. This doc type HTML that you see here on the first line is telling the interpreter that it's a HTML5 document, to be specific, a HTML5 document, because there are other previous versions of HTML. We have the HTML4, we have HTML3, and other previous versions. But this first line says this doc type HTML is HTML5 document. The next line that is carrying HTML specifies that the file is totally or basically all about HTML. It's closed here. This is the open HTML tag. It's closed here. This is the opening head tag. It's closed here. What the head does is the head that carries whatever that is in your title. That is why if you're using an actual browser, whatever you see in the title bar is what is contained here. So the open body tag is closed here. So let's go ahead and give space for our project and start immediately. Let's declare our open h1 tag to save time. So hello viewers, I'm going to show you. Okay, today I'll be showing you how to add a special zoom in and out feature to all the images on your website. Yeah, great. My phone suggestion works perfectly. So let's run it and see what we have already. Good. So now we move over to the next line. Remember, we are working on images this time around in HTML5. If you want to add an image to your work, you use the img src property, and the img property in HTML5 stands for image. Then the src stands for the source of your image. So if you are using a computer or you are using a phone, move over to your file manager. I'll be going to my photos to get a very clear photo to use for this. Let me see, I need a very clear photo actually that is going to show clearly. Yeah, this one is clear enough. So if you are using a phone that has a very high Android version like mine, that is Android version 8.1.0, you should have this feature. Just slide up As you slide up, you see your image path. So we copy our full image path. So we go /storage/emulated/0. Remember, /storage/emulated/0/ let's go and get the full path. Storage emulated 0/DCIM, capital letter DCIM / you can make up. Okay, once again, one thing you should notice on your image path, whatever spelling you see, do not correct it, just add it the way you saw it. Do not correct any spelling from your image path. /amark.jpg. So you close the quote. Let's run it and see if we got the right path. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video. Drop your questions in the comment section below. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got the right image out. Okay, so let's go ahead and add styling to our image. First of all, remember, let's choose an ID. Okay, I'll be setting my ID to demo. I like using demo for whatever it is I'm doing. Even as I made a mistake, my keyboard has corrected to demo. So you set a style. Let's set our style width. Let's set our width to, I'll be setting my width to 150px. You don't really have to use 150px in yours, but you are free to do that. Width 150px, height, setting my height to 150px also, because I want an image that has a perfect shape. So let's run it and see what we have already. Please, if you're having any questions on this video or my previous videos, drop it in the comment section. Yes, okay. Let's see. Remember to add the px value to yours. Let's run it and see what we have already. Okay, it has given it a perfect square. So we go further in this side, add border radius. You set your border radius. Don't forget to spell it this way. You set your border radius to 50%. Let it be exactly 50% if you want a perfectly round shaped image. So let's run it and see what the border radius that was set to 50% does to our project. I'm sorry for any background noise you might be hearing now. Okay, let's see. Maybe we didn't enter it here. Okay, remember to add the quote. Remember, any little thing you forget can render your work useless or show a blank page like it just did to our work right now. Okay, yes, giving us a perfectly round shape. So let's go ahead, and then, being that the work doesn't look really nice, let's center everything in HTML. If you want to center your work, you just use the center tag, and then remember to close the center tag at the right place. So let's run it and see what it gives us already. Good, a nice work, very nice work. So let's add a button that will enable us carry out all the functions we want it to carry. Remember, we have so many functions, but we'll be using just one button to carry all of them out. So your button type, you set it to button type, button, on click. Once again, in JavaScript, when you are using on click, you are telling JavaScript that you want that button to carry out a particular function for you. Just don't want to make a dumb button that will just be there and do nothing. So let's see. Let me type click me to zoom in and out of the image. Yeah, exactly. That's what we want the button to do. We close the button. Let's run it and see what we have already. Okay, we have a button, but it's down too close to the image. So we come to this part, add, use the BR tag. Let's see, I'll be using up to 3. If your question is what the BR tag does, I'll show you now. Let's just run it so that you see what these 3 BR tags I put here did to the button. You can see they further shifted the button further down. The button is no longer as close to the image as it was previously. So we can go back and go ahead and add what we need. So right now, if you've gotten to this part, if you're following me, your project, congratulations. Very, very big congratulations, like you are getting it. Just follow me. So you do your function, my function. Remember, you might not really use my function. I'm using my function here because I use my function up here. So function, my function, with your left curly bracket. Remember, okay, let's just go ahead. var x, we declare our variable x equals document dot get element. Remember, JavaScript is case sensitive. Just spell yours like this. Do not correct any spelling in your own. Just add it like this. Demo document dot get element by id demo. Yes, I'm using demo here because in our image we used id as demo. So we go over to this part and then declare an if statement. Document dot get element by id demo. If, remember our variable x, if x dot style, you have to be very careful in this part, otherwise you end up getting so many errors, or the file on the script might not work at all. If x dot style dot width, for our width property was set to 150 px. If x dot style dot width was set to 150 px previously, 150 px. On a click of the button, our new width should be x dot style dot width. X dot style dot width, by the time we click the button, should change to, let's say, 160 pixels. Oh, sorry, there was a mistake. Do not add semicolon to that first part. It should be 160 pixels. So you close your curly bracket and move over to this place. Earlier, I've already gotten some pastings. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's just delete this. Just concentrate on what it is I'm doing. Concentrate on it and you get yours correct. So over to this part. You no longer use an if statement. You use the else if x dot style dot height. It will no longer be for width. We've declared for the width earlier. If our height was set to, remember, 150 px was what our height was set to earlier, 150 px. You close the bracket, you come over to this part, is a curly bracket, then x, our new height should be x dot style dot height should be 160 px, just like here in the image, 160 px, 160 px. We go over to the next line and see else if again. Remember, else if you no longer be using if is no longer valid in the work, as we've used if already, and in JavaScript you use if statement once. So x dot style, be careful in this part of your code while you are doing your code, because if you are not very careful you end up getting errors in them. So we get our former height, our former width was 160 pixels. So we move over to this side, add 160 px, then our new width should be x dot style dot width. That is specifying what our new width should be. X dot style dot width, let's make it 180 pixels. You close the wavy bracket, move to the next line, declare another else if statement. Else if x dot style dot height, this time around height, if it was set to 160 px formerly, 160 px, then our new height should be x dot style dot height our new height will be, remember, just like here, 180px, 180px. So let's add an else statement, else, or let's close the script and see what happens. Let's go and check if we've been doing the right thing. Let's see what it gives us here. Okay, we've not had a closing else statement, so we come to this part, add an else statement. Sorry, I advise you make it in small letters. Else x dot style dot width, x dot style dot width should be back our 150px, and x dot style dot height should be 150px. That is our former and our actual, let's say our actual height and our actual width. So let's run it and see what happens this time around, whether we'll add more styling or something. Okay, now as you can see it works, but then when you're offering your users options, you have to offer them so many options of what to set their project to. So we move over to this part. Remember, add as many styling as you can add, but then watch so that you don't make mistake on how to add more styling. You come over here, paste here, move here, paste. If you are following me, do your pasting as many times as you can, or you just follow me in doing your pasting. Paste, paste again, keep pasting. Then we'll finally, I'll tell you what to do with the pasting when you are done with your pasting. Paste severally, so that all we have to do is edit. Yes, now that we've gotten so many pastings, let's move to this part. Yeah, this is the last part. So now, since it's height we are doing, so this time around we are setting property for height. This time around we'll be setting the property for the width instead. So since our new width was 180px in this part, we take a new width and then we set our new width to 200 pixels. Then over here, since our new height, our height was 180 pixels like here, we set our new height just according to the width to 200px. Over here, remember, do not forget, change everything height to width. Change this part. Make sure you change this part. Dot width, change your dot height, change it to dot width. Over here, change this height also again. This one that is saying height, change it to width in this part. Then if our previous width was 200px, change this part to width. Then add, let's say, 220 pixels. It's okay. Then here, if our previous height was 200px, then our new height should be 220. Yes, 220px. Then here, our previous width was, let's see, 220px, that is 220 pixels. You come here and add the width property with the new width. Let's say our new width should be 240px. Remember, we are going for 300 pixels. So over here, our previous height was 220px, so we come here and change it to 240px. Here our previous, let's change the height to width. If you are doing the project with me, just follow me now. And our previous width was 240px. Under here, change this height to width. Our new width will be 260 pixels, 260 pixels. Then here, our previous height was, our last height, which was the one on this line, our last height here was 240px. Then here we set our new height to 260px, just like the width for professionalism, so that it will look nice. Then also on this line, you change this height to width, just like I'm doing. Follow me, change it to width. Our previous width was 260 pixels, so you come here and include it here. Then then you change this height to width in this part. Change the height to width. Our new width will be, let's say, 280 pixels now. Then you come to the height. Our former height, which was on this line, our former height was 260px. You come to this part, our new height will be 280 pixels. Then this part, you change this part to width. Our previous width, let's get our previous width. Our previous width was 280 pixels. You add 280 pixels here. You change this height here, you change it to width. Change it to width, then choose a new width. Our new width will be 300 pixels, like we are aiming for actually. Then here our former height was 280 pixels. Our new height should now be 300px, and you are done. Then you move over to this part, delete this last copying that you did, delete it as it's no longer valid. You've gotten the 300 pixels you want. Leave your else statement like that. Let's go and see what we have already. Okay, being that our button is too small, we can come here and give our button a very good styling, because the button is too small. So you come here, style your buttons. Remember, join me now and start styling your button. Let's get the height value of our button. Height will be, let me say, I want it to be 80px. Let's run it and see what it gives us to the button. Yeah, our button is now larger. Our button is larger now. So let's go back. You could further add further styling to your button. Right here, before the word you typed, you could add like HR, another HR on the button, another HR again on the button. Then right here, after this part, let's run it and see what we have already. Let's run it and know what we have. Okay, it styled the button, but the styling doesn't look professional, so whatever we added up, we remember to add it down. Also add the HR tag here also. Let's run it and see what it gives us. If you're having any question, drop it in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Okay, the button has been styled further. Okay, we come here. Let's add styling to our image. What we're after is for everything on this image to look nice. Everything on our project, we want it to look nice. So you declare your border style. Use border here. Then we say border 5px, that is 5 pixels solid, #CCC. CCC is a shade of ash, just like it looks like gray, but it's not very dark like ash actually. So let's see if it still works. Okay, it worked. Let's go ahead and change our background color. Let's change it style. Let's set our background color to background color. Let's set the background to, let's say, we could use maybe red. Let's use red. Let's run it and see what happens. Okay, it has changed our background color. So right now, hello viewers, today I'll be showing you how to add a special zoom in and out feature to all the images on your website. So now you can see the button works. It zooms the image without we having to stare the image or either reduce it with our hand, just like this. The zoom in and the zooming out works. So right now, if you are looking at maybe not using buttons at all, you could come to your image right here. Come to your image. and add ID. Set your image ID to demo, and you set it to demo. You add your on-click to your image. On-click my function. You add your open and closing bracket, and then you close it. Let's run it and see whether it does what we expect it to do. Okay, yeah, just like we expected. Normally we would have been using the button, but the image now zooms on its own by tapping it. Now finally, this feature that is here on this app, by double tapping, and it zooms like that, just like this, we finally and successfully added it to our own project. So you beginner that is there is something you can do, just follow the video, watch it over and over again, follow us, like, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you're having a question, drop it below in the comment section. Once I get your question, I'll do something about it. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye.